fire. Gosh, are you kidding me? Second axle brake on this thing. So my bad luck jinx just kicked in again. Just had a trailer fire. Luckily I had my fire extinguisher, my camera in one hand, putting that fire out. Fire truck just left. Not nearly overweight before anybody even asked. Second axle that's broke on this. It's almost a brand new trailer. Called for a fire truck. So now I'm waiting for a local guy bringing me a socket. Son of a gun. Come on, I threw my sweatshirt on it at first. And that didn't do good enough. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday. And I've always said without bad luck, I wouldn't have any, because I always have to push the envelope. So today's the full story. I posted a short on this a few weeks back, but now I'm going to give you the whole story, the nitty-gritty, and the actual evidence. So stay tuned. You're going to enjoy it. I guarantee it, whether you're into equipment or not. And if you do enjoy it, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. So, we do some land management gigs on the side. It's extremely part-time, just to give me something to do. Anyways, this is the actual footage of the trailer fire that I had a few weeks back. But before this one, we had another one on the, which I don't remember. It was on the opposite side, but a different tire. Phil was borrowing it, pro staff for Phil. He had the exact situation. He had a fire, one of the outer bearing failed. He didn't get it on film, but since I'm social media minded with our channels, I try to get stuff on film wherever I can. So join me for the whole story, and you're going to be shocked when you find out the actual causation of this, and the fact that the fire department charged me $2,000 just to come to make sure the fire gets put out. So let's get into it in the field. Let's rock and roll. Thanks. And that didn't do good enough. What is with our economy and everything these days? This is a brand new trailer, and this is uber lightweight on it. Second axle brake on this thing. Let's see if there's any flames still in here. Alright, so if you're listening, you could clearly hear the flames still coming. First, I threw my sweatshirt on it. That was the first thing I thought of. I threw the sweatshirt on it. That kind of knocked it down. Then I'm scrambling before I turn the camera on. I'm like, okay, let me try to get my tractor off, because these flames were literally coming up over the wheel well, and they were going to get onto my tractor. And so I'm like, okay, do I want to lose the trailer and the tractor? So it's high stress. You only got a few seconds here with that fire blazing out of there. I started unchaining the tractor, and I'm like, I ain't going to have enough time. The flames were much bigger than what you saw when I turned the camera on, so my sweatshirt didn't do it. Now I put the fire extinguisher on it. Here you can listen to the flames that are basically burned my sweatshirt, and they're still burning through the extinguisher powder stuff, whatever that is, the sodium azide, if I remember from my cop days, my police days. So that's only where I turned the camera on. So now I kind of got it under control, so I'll try to document the rest of it. But it was really scary before I figured out, hey, I got a fire extinguisher. I better use this thing. I mean, it was only a matter of, 30 to 60 seconds. Otherwise, that tractor was going to be on fire literally within a minute or two, because them flames were blowing out of there. If there's any flames still in here. Called for a fire truck. I got a little bit of stuff left just in case. I'm going to try to loosen them lug nuts if I can. That's what my next plan is. Alright, the fire is kind of contained.
Put a sweatshirt on it, it's still burning down on there. We can get it. You want us to put water on it, we will.
Yeah, whatever you got, I'm out of juice in it.
Plenty.
All right.
We'll be all right. Cool it down. We get that off.
God dang it.
If we take the tar off, did you get into town with it or something?
I think so. Just my luck. I was starting to panic. Them flames were coming out, and my fire extinguisher, you know, it was in one of my like safety bags. Luckily, I had it, and she was full, and it kept the lid on it.
Waiter go the other way. No, he can't go the other way. Took the bridge out. I said he could go this way in a minute, but yeah, the waiter go that way.
Oh, just getting it from the back.
Where have you been? Worst comes to worst, I told him you let the air out of your tire. Get it up.
So this was a volunteer fire department. All good guys, all volunteers. I'll tell you about the building here in a minute, but this was one of the guys. He lived close by. His name was Ray. He went and grabbed a 3/4 inch socket to see if we could pull the tire off so I could continue on with one tire, because it's only a 4,500 pound tractor. But we'll just watch what happens here.
You know that's
Well, yeah, you're a genius, Ray.
That's why I asked. Well, go.
Wow.
But
Well,
see, it's had grease on it.
well, yeah, these are all. I mean, I keep them greased.
It shouldn't
That's the new one they replaced right there.
Shouldn't have. I mean, the bearing had be a. You know,
These are all new bearings.
yeah, right.
That when they replaced that one. All right, so here's the full story now. I'll show you some pictures here in just a minute. I bought this trailer like a year ago. It's a 20,000 pound trailer, okay? And it has newer axles. They're called 8K hybrid axles. So they're beefier than 7K. And I took it back to the place I bought it, which they did pretty good, Blacksmith Country Trailers, and they had a suspicion of what the problem might have been, but they took it all apart and they confirmed it. So what had happened is that from the factory, these are, I'll get you the name on who makes that. Lippert. I think they're Lippert axles, but what happened is because they're unique axles, they're 8K hybrids, they came with standard 7K axle outer bearings. Now the gentleman told me that if you hold them next to each other, you can't even tell them apart. But the 8,000 pound axles have a little bit different bearing, so from the factory they had the incorrect bearings put on them. So now I'm filing an insurance claim with them, not with my auto insurance. That's why I paid the cash for the fire truck, because they were gonna bill my insurance company, which could have flagged a claim, and then I'd be paying for the rest of my life for at least 3 or 4 years for something that wasn't even my fault. So that's why I paid the cash. So now I'm filing a claim with the axle company to try to get my $2,000 reimbursed and the $700 it cost Phil the first time. I mean, I actually paid it, but he took it in when he blew the first one out. So I'm asking for my $2,700 back. But that's what happened. They put the wrong bearings in from the factory. It's put me through a lot of headaches, but I feel better now. Blacksmith Country Trailers has now gone through it all. Put all new brakes, all new bearings, free of charge, even though it wasn't their fault. They just sold the trailer. So we'll see if I get my money back. I'll post it down the road, but that's what happened. Quality out of the factory kind of slipped. But anyways, that's the story. Hopefully this is the end of my trailer. Flat tires and blowouts and fires. Catch you later. Have a good weekend.